G'day YouTube, Ricksticks here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I've been working on a new build for the upcoming Path of Exile League, and it's taken up all my time and thinking, so I just wanted to cover this and, you know what, throw it out there as something you could possibly use if you want to as well. Its main goal is to destroy the Path of Exile Uber Pinnacle bosses. So I want to do the hardest content in Path of Exile. This is the build that's going to do it, guys. So let's start off, shall we? So I'm a Juggernaut level 99. I have 282,000 armor. So guys, that's a lot of armor. It's basically overkill with the armor because I've taken this node Unbreakable, where 8% of armor applies to fire, cold, and lightning damage taken from hits. So basically, armor's going to be carrying me, allowing me to get hit by Uber slams and all that sort of stuff and survive. Fingers crossed. I can't promise that, but that's my goal. I've gone ridiculous with the armor and with the survivability on this build, and just scraped through with DPS. So I want to be able to just like spam out all my buttons to do the DPS and just tank a few hits. I haven't been able to do it before, so this will be the trial. But as you'll see, I've got a lot of defensive layers in this build. So as I mentioned, armor's huge, but that's not all. I've never used spell suppression before. I've got 100% spell suppression chance. So that basically means every spell that hits me, I take 50% less damage from it. It does half damage. So that's huge in my survivability, I think, because a lot of the boss's one-shots are spells. So that's massive. Basically, I'm doing the Determination Grace, Purity of Elements as well. I've fit Purity on. This makes me immune to all elemental ailments. I don't got to worry about none of that jazz. So Ignite Shocks, I don't take any extra damage. I just ignore it all. So that's good. Also good for gearing to make my resistances high. What else about this build? I better tell you what my attack is. That's probably important. Now the only way you can really squeeze out this much defense and get a decent enough Uber boss damage, I feel, is to go Arakali's Fang. It's a pain in the butt to use this dagger and to use these minions, but nothing else can scale this easily for damage. Like, this is 876,000 Uber Pinnacle boss damage, by the way, so it's not a huge amount of damage, but it's fingers crossed it should be enough. So to get that much damage, I've had to use the Squire, so it's 6 link spiders. This is going to be the expensive piece of the build. I feel everything else is quite obtainable. I mean, maybe you can have a look at it yourself and let me know in the comments if I'm daydreaming. But I think a lot of this stuff is obtainable. A lot of like the spell suppression, life, high evasion, armors. But this thing's going to be like 15 to 20 divines, I reckon, somewhere in that ballpark, and that's a lot of farming for someone that doesn't get many divines on a daily. What else is going on in this build? Astromantis, I just put this in to ease out the attribute requirements on everything, just make it easy. Also, another layer of defense this build has, which I haven't used before, is life recoup. You might be looking at these jewels going, what the heck is this jewel for a minion damage build? 6% of damage taken recouped as life. All up, I have, bada bing bada boom, 90% recoup. That means 90% of the damage I take on hits is going to be recouped over not 4 seconds, 3 seconds, because I have this one. Life recoup effects instead occur over 3 seconds. So again, that's massive. So if I take a hit for like 5k, in 3 seconds time, I'm going to have like 4,700 of that life back. Like, it's ridiculous. Very ridiculous. So this sort of helps with a lot of those phases where like my life regen might get... Actually, I don't think Maven... I think Maven will still... Her can't gain life will still take effect. But like a lot of things like the ball phase, I'll get hit by the balls for Uber, Exarch, and I'll just recoup that. in the time it takes me to reach the next ball. Things like that. I'm just hoping, yeah, I'm just super tanky and I can just spam out these spiders, make sure the spider's going, make sure I am doing the, where is it? Flesh offering for them, so I've got to make corpses and flesh offer. I've got to keep the curse up, which is temporal chains. So it's not like the craziest gameplay, but I wanted it to be all automated. You know, you saw my Diablo 4 build. I like things just like I'm pressing one button, not like 3 or 4. But it's still pretty simple, and I'm hoping very, very tanky. A little bit over with my resistances. But yeah, that's about it. Armor, spell suppression, life recoup. 5500 life isn't massive. Got that life regen to make up for the lack of life recoup at 100%. Like these, it's just looking really solid. It's going to be a pain in the butt to farm it all out, but it's just looking like a really solid build. Also, with the Maven one-shot, you know how like you fail the memory game? This is another thing. I hate the Maven memory game. I want to just be able to tank that. So, if I see it coming, this goes to 5, so that buffs me up to 320,000, because what this is this one. 20% increased armor per second if you've been stationary. So I've been stationary for 5 seconds. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 3. So I see a slam coming, and I go, what do I do? Items. I go granite, jade, basalt. 472,000 armor now, guys. I am tanky as frig. I am tanky as frig when I activate these. These I'm only going to use these for like stuff like that, Maven memory game. Otherwise, it's just like ignore flasks altogether. Except the breathing jar, of course. So every 30 seconds, because the spiders have a duration of 30 seconds, every 30 seconds I've got a breathing jar to make 20 more spiders. That's how many spiders you can have up, guys. Where is that? Say that. Including DPS, 20 spiders. So that's kind of annoying, but like I said, our color's Fang, it's annoying to use, but it's pretty good. Good damage. And I'm missing anything. Withered stack, so I think I've got them as withering themselves. They just wither. Withering touch. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I've got, I'm going to put this POB in the description if you're interested, and maybe pin it in the comments. So if you want to have a look and maybe add to it or improve it yourself, you can. But yeah, it's just a Giga Tank spider build. I tried the deep damage version of Arakali's spiders last league. What was it? Ancestor League, to try and do the Ubers, and I just kept dying. I'd come in and try and resummon the spiders. That was good damage, but then like the boss would just do whatever ability, any ability, just like, bleh, I'm dead. And that was on a jug with decent, nothing near this defenses, but decent defenses like 50k armor and like capped res and all that sort of jazz. Like 2,000 life regen. I just get one shot. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, guys. So just so you can see a bit of the gameplay on Arakali's Fang, I'll use that character that I used last league in Ancestor League, and we'll run a Shaper, normal Shaper. Oops. Alright. The Shaper's Realm. Alright, where do I go first? Go down this way, shall we? Nice and slow. Hopefully I'm going to be a bit faster on the new build. What is this? Have I bugged out?
From the light of divinity.
Are you guys seeing this? What is this? Oh. Very good Path of Exile. Alright, he's down. That was very weird. I guess my computer struggles or something. Something with the new patch. should probably do this. So this is going to be the basic gameplay. Yep. And this guy's not tanky, so like the other guy's going to be tanky, so I am going to be able to just stand still in more dangerous areas and just do that. Make sure that I've keeping my... was I cursing? Yeah, yeah. So, just so you know, 6-link is cast while channeling Divine Ire. This is what you use to kill the spiders. Kill the worms, rather. To summon the spiders from corpses you put down. So it's got like the Desecrate. Culling Strike is kind of nice. I have that as well. Life Tap, because I have... in my actual version I have like next to no mana, so Life Tap pretty much everything. And it casts the curse, so if I'm close to the boss, he'll get cursed. So all I should have to do is press 1, and boom, I got 20 spiders. And I go into the next portal. Is this the dog? I think this is the dog, guys. Oh, here he is. Alright. So this is a nice, easy gameplay for a slower style. Okay, I'll say it, for a boomer. I'm a millennial, but I'm basically boomer with like my reflex skills and stuff. Alright. Oh, is she in here? Where is she? Oh, really? So that's what I mean, kind of annoying spiders sometimes. Oh man, I didn't one phaser because I messed up. Yeah, it can be kind of fussy, like... I think I accidentally flesh offeringed, and then I cast the spiders when I had no corpses. So you definitely want to make sure you... Oh yeah, she's dead. You definitely want to make sure that you don't do that. Otherwise you'll be waiting a while, because... I didn't explain that, did I? So, configuration... Soul of Riser? Yeah, this is how we get our Flasks charges back. Life Flasks gain 3 charges every 3 seconds if you haven't used a Life Flask recently, so you don't want to use them too quick. And this is how you'll get it back, so that like after 30 seconds when they expire, your Breathing Flask will have enough charges to go again, so you won't run out of spiders. Okay, let's go this way. But guys, as I said, this build's unproven, so use at your own risk. This is like a user beware type build. Alright, he's dead. I'm hoping it'll be good though. If I get it tanky enough, its downsides of being clunky to summon them and keep them up won't be so bad, because I won't be worried about dying at all. Alright, go my spiders, go my spiders. Oh. Alright, phased him, fairly easy. And this is only with, like I said, 48,000 armor on a Juggernaut with that node. Imagine how big, like 280,000 without any like standing still and all that sort of stuff is going to be. And like the 90% recoup, 100% spell suppression. I'm just going to take no damage, guys. I haven't even pressed any of my defensive flasks, so it's feeling a lot more Like it might be able to do Ubers. I'm just going to say might. Not will, might. Also for this sort of bits, you're supposed to change in spell splash, melee splash. And then clear, that's how you clear. Multi-strike for single target bosses. But I will say, even though it looks like really good now, what is this? So just like importing this POB, this is 5.3 million Uber DPS. Like I said, this is more of a offensive version of the build. My one is 870,000, so like the clear might not be as good as it seems here, and like obviously single target definitely won't. But you'll be a lot tankier, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Just wanted to sort of show what the gameplay is going to look like for spiders and like the pros and cons of using them. You just sort of sit on the boss so that you can curse him straight away. Spiders ran out, so we'll put them back up. I don't know why it only made 10 then. It's one of those clunky things with the build. Oh. So that was a more DPS version of the build, but obviously I had to move a bit more. In the other version, I only will have to stack the puddles a bit better, just like move a little bit and just stand here. Make sure I'm doing that. Make sure I'm doing my little thingos. But yeah. One thing I can say for sure, guys, is this build's going to be super tanky for everything non-Uber. It should be tanky for Uber, but for non-Uber, you're going to take like 0 damage. And that damage on the spiders, that should clear pretty much everything else comfortably, except Ubers. I'm just untested on Ubers with this sort of a build. Just quickly as well, guys, I'm planning on going with the Primalist for the new Affliction Ascendancies you can choose, because it's got these charm sockets. These charms have randomly generated skills from the regular Ascendancy classes. So that just sounds like you can get some cool stuff. You can get some cool stuff. So you look through some of these Ascendancy classes. Hey, maybe I can get some fortification, make me even tankier. Maybe I can get some, come up here to the Necromancer. Maybe I can get some unnatural strength, unholy might for my minions to do another 200k damage. So that'll be like, put my damage at nearly 1.1 million DPS. That's massive. Void Beacon, nearby enemies have minus, that's 250,000 extra damage. So there's a lot of potential with this Ascendancy for survivability and offense that I just find aren't necessarily on these other Ascendancies. But yeah guys, thank you very much for joining me in this video. Let me know how your builds are coming along for the upcoming league. Maybe you'll do this, maybe you'll do something else. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video guys. Enjoy the Path of Exile League launch tomorrow, and I'll catch you in the next video guys. See ya.